Alrighty, we are live. Good morning, guys. Dave Santarelli here from Santarelli Trading Exchange, BreakingChartAlerts.com, and Stock Options Trading Academy. First thing first, yesterday we went over a trade on Amazon. Amazon is surging higher. She almost got up to 32.75 in the pre-market hour here. She's still on the climb here, looking good. We're going to watch that today. Google, they had their price target changed to $17.50. So I'm expecting a big move on tech today. We're looking good in the pre-markets here. Amazon's up 36 points right now, up 1.13%, $3,233 a share. Looking good. Google up over $9 here in the pre-market hours. We're getting a nice breakout. Let me go over the watch list here quick. I'm going to show you guys this before the market opens. This is a 3-month daily on the left here. Let's go over this quick down the watch list and see if we see any nice possibilities here. Looking at Apple, getting a nice climb off that 10, getting up to resistance at 400. We'll see if that could break that $400 a share area. Apple's looking great. AMD, this is one Paula was in. Get up to that $58. It's there. It's got a triple top from going back to early April of 2020. Again here on 610, and then this cluster from 7.9 to 7.13, and now again here with AMD. Here's Amazon. Amazon chart's looking great on that daily. Baba's having a big breakout here in the pre-markets, up 2.78%. Bank of America not doing much. Baidu's picking up there, getting up to that 10. Booking 17.13. Citigroup not doing too much, but it's holding that 50 SMA. Also 50 support. CMG Chipotle, that's on fire. Almost getting up to $1,200 a share here in the pre-market hour. Cisco's looking good. I think we can make a trade on Cisco. Look at this trade on Cisco here. What we could be looking for here is an easy, quick resistance right here to 48. So she's at 47.25 now. We could pick either up the 47.48 vertical spread. We could pick up the 47.50 vertical spread. Or if we want, we could simply pick up the 47 to 47.50 strike calls for next week's expo going into tech earnings. Because if tech has good earnings, Cisco's going to get a pop with it as well there. So she's at 47.25, up 28 cents here for the day. Here's some resistance that we could be looking at for Cisco. So $48, that's a nice setup right there. We could look at, put that on our watch list here. CSCO. I'm just starting to do this with you guys. This is what I usually do in the pre-market here, but we could do this as a team here if you want each day. CVX, that not looking good, don't like it. Delta, nope. DBX, DBX is getting a nice climb there. 24 could be a target on DBX. Disney, it's holding that 10, looking okay. I wouldn't mind getting into something longer term with Disney. Facebook is looking great. We got into a Facebook trade. Look at that Facebook chart there. Looks amazing. Love it. Looking good there. Continuing down to the next. GE is holding those clusters really well. Gold having another big breakout, up 2% today. I wish I held my gold one more day, but that's fine. Guys, look at Google, now up 18 points here. Let me get rid of the, there we go. 928. Guys, Google's having a big run here in the pre-market. Let's take a look at it today. I'm going to show you this chart over here that's going to show extended hours now. So this green is extended hours. Take a look what it's doing here. It just shot up from 1573 all the way up to 1577 in the pre-market. That's telling us some institutions are coming in and buying that. You're not going to get that type of volume and that type of move with retail traders. So Google was upgraded to 1750 today. Okay, we have our Google 1590, 1600 vertical spread going into earnings for the July 31st Expo. That's got a max net gain on that of about 200%. But this is easily going to see 1600 this week. We got to make another trade on Google. So far we got two trade ideas, Cisco, Google. Google is on the upgrade to 1750 price target change, and the rest of the market's looking good here. So about one more minute until opening bell here. Let's see, Piton, what's that one doing? Dave Gallo, I think, is the one that got us the Piton. He said, Dave, look at this. We checked that out. It was around 60, 61. Picked that up. We have the 60, 61 vertical spread. That's going to be max net gains this week. Actually, we have next week's expo on Piton. Teladoc, T-Doc. That's another one that was looking good here, up $2 at $2.30 a share. You remember when we got this in this, I mean, she was just barely breaking $200 a share. So that's looking good. I expect that to continue to run. Let's see what Amazon's doing here. AMZN 32.34, up 37 points, 1.16%. We have an out of the money vertical spread on Amazon for this week's Expo, 32.90, 3,300 vertical spread for the July 24th Expo. That one's going to have max net gain of over 400% with Amazon above 3,300. We're getting there. It's looking good. Look at Google taking off here. Here's 9:30. Opening bell is here, and here's the first candle. Give the markets a little time there. Already up beautifully here in the pre-market, or that's not pre-market anymore here. I always say that when I go. So here we go. We're already up over $2,495 for the day here. This is opening bell. So let's see what we could do for the rest of today. Yesterday we had a great day. We're picking up, and all these are the spreads. So you see the plus, the minus. You know, all these are spreads here. Let's change this to Qs. We'll look at the today 1 minute for Qs. Give the market a little bit of time here. I'm going to take this off the extended hours here. I don't like looking at all that. There we go. Amazon still looking good, still on the climb. Getting up to 32.35. Nice climb on Amazon on the open. Nice breakout. Let's see what that 30.70, 30.75 Amazon spread could be sold for now. Buy to I'm not closing it yet. Sell to close. Let's see. We have the 30.75. This is deep in the money now. We might be able to get close to what we want. 450 to be worth 5. Net credit 4.50. Let's see, what do we have? That one we have 5 contracts. Let's see. Buy to close 30.75. Sell to close 30.70.
Gen 1 halted on a circuit breaker.
Qs came down to that 10. They're climbing. And take a look at Amazon, guys. Look at this. So first 3 minutes, what happened so far? We're getting a feel for the market here. What are we doing? Amazon had that climb, came down to that 10, 32.05. She's climbing again. Volatility's here. You see that 20 point move. Coca-Cola news. Now watch and see if we're going to hold this for the first 15 minutes of the day. That's why I love giving it the first 15 minutes until that 9:45. Give the markets time to decide what it wants to do. GE's up about 2%. Good morning, Paula. I think we were talking about an NBEV when the Kardashians were talking about possibly investing, weren't we? Now look at that spike on Amazon here, how it got up to that 32.40 and starting that run again. Qs, same thing. Google is up 14 points right now. Google's starting to break higher. Nice breakout on Google. She was upgraded with that price target of 17.50. Now you see the trend here. We're still trending higher. It's looking good for the climb here this morning. Let's see if we could hold. Watching Qs here. Google's still on the climb, up 14 points for the day, up 0.9%, 0.96%, now up 16 points for the day. Qs are breaking higher off that 10, coming down to 267.50 and climbing. Nice climb. Let's see it break that resistance on Amazon at 32.40. Qs I'd like to see break above this area right here, right at around 268.45. Google's still on the run now, up 16 points. Uber trades up 12%. We could sell that if we want to. Put an order in at 66, see if it fills. There we go. It's sold. We sold Uber. That expires this week, so that's okay to get rid of that. We sold Uber at 66 cents. We were in at, what, 58? Big pullback on Amazon there. Look at that candle from 32.30 all the way down to 31.77. Qs are also breaking lower, so it's a general market pullback here, not based on one particular company. Whole market's pulling back a little bit here. There's no news though. Piton 63 bucks. That had a big pullback there, huh? Let's see what expires today. Let's see if I could sell the Amazon there for 4. I won't go any less than that. That Amazon trade's fine, the 30.70, 30.75. Just wanted to see why that's not showing up there. Tesla was downgraded big time today. Let's see what Tesla's doing. Tesla's still up 9 bucks. Retracing there though. Dow's up 235, Nasdaq's up 3 points, S&P's up 17. Qs are selling off there big time. It's only the NASDAQ. Dow's not moving. S&P's not moving. Take a look at Diamond here. Dow's holding up and climbing. So it's just the NASDAQ. About 11 minutes into the day here. Let's see if we can get a pop on the Qs. USO finally broke above 30 bucks a share. Once we get up to 40, we're going to start seeing a profit on our USO trade for January 2021. Still got a ways to go, but once we get up to that 40 area, I mean, she climbed 10 points. It took how long? So from May 14th to today, it took about 2 months to climb that 10 points. So if you're looking at our USO trade that we have, the trade challenge trade, we're going to be looking at 40. Could look at about another 2-3 months. It's going to be fueled by going into the winter months there. That's going to pick up demand here as well. So still climbing and still holding above that 20 on USO. You see it's just a gradual climb there. Walmart's climbing. Looking for it to break above that 133.40 area for that next big climb there. Let's see. It looks like markets are climbing a bit off the lows. Let's see. Qs. Let's see. Q's getting a nice climb off the lows there. Let's see a break above that 267.25, 257 area. 267. Diamond's climbing. Diamond's climbing. Let's see if Qs could break above that 10, 20, 50. Diamond's climbing higher. New highs of the day on Dow. Dow is now up 264 points. NASDAQ's up 7. S&P's up 20 points here. Dow's heading higher. New highs on Dow up 271. NASDAQ here, Qs are failing at that 10. Let's see it break above that 266.90. If we fall below that 266 area, we're going to be looking for that next breakdown on NASDAQ. Skyjack says space is moving. Let's take a look at Nvidia and space. Nvidia, it's going with the general market there, Tyler. So Nvidia, if you're watching Nvidia, look at how perfectly Nvidia and Qs are trading here. Do you see they look like twins? So this tells you one thing. Emotions keep at bay because it's a general NASDAQ here. You know, it's not Nvidia, it's not Fate, it's NASDAQ. NASDAQ just had intraday highs, so there's some profit takers coming in. It's only 15 minutes into the day here. I think we're going to continue to climb here, but we'll see. We'll watch the markets. Dow's at new highs again now for the day. Markets are looking good. S&P's rising. Dow's up 275. Let's see the Qs break that 10 here. I think it's going to be a second coffee type of day. I'm going to order a second coffee here. Come on, I want to see those Qs break out here. Just get up to that 267 there. There we go. Come on. Now watch, Nvidia is going to follow those Qs. Look at those candles there. So you can't say, hey, I'm going to jump in Nvidia when you're watching Qs break lower here. You know, let's see if Qs are going to hold that 266.25 support and break above this yellow 10 here or not. If it doesn't, you're going to be looking for that next breakdown. Right now, you can see, though, the Qs are holding below that 10. So you're not going long on anything tech right yet. Not until you get that first break and that MACD cross. First candle above that 1020, which is going to be around 267 if it held support and started that climb now. But not looking good here for Qs. Would love to see that MACD flatten out and start to get that cross coming up. Not much coming out on the news feed yet. There we go. Let's see Qs break above that 10. If she could break above that 267, I'm telling you, that's when we're going to be entering into some day trades. I should get the computer in back of me ready and we could start making some day trades on the Trade Challenge account. That could quickly build that, double that. There goes Qs. There we go. Nice candle. Big breakout. Let's see it hold. How you doing? Yeah, could you bring me coffee, please? Milk and sweet and low. Thanks. Amazon's finally getting that candle above the 10 here. Let's take a look at Amazon. 31.63. Let's see if that's going to continue with the Qs here. She could quickly get back up to that 32.40 here within minutes. That's why it's important that first few minutes of the day here, let the markets absorb the news. Because they could be trying to head shake you out there. They could be saying, oh, you know, trying to play with your fears, saying, hey, sell it, and then we're going to pop to new highs later on today. So you have to watch. That's common practice. Dow's up 290 points now. NASDAQ's up 13. S&P's up 22 points. Come on, I want to see us hold this. The MACD's coming up. Cross on everything. Let's see us hold and start a break. There's a lot of news of Vilio that was out on Starbucks this morning. Nice climb there, up 1.6%. Paula brought that up yesterday. Nice climb there. Paula, did you get in? Randall, that's great. Great observation there. Now you're not going long yet, like I said, until you break above that 267 area. That's what I'm personally looking for here. 267. If we break above that 267, I'm probably going to either A, buy back some short legs of our spreads, or B, turn the spreads into ratio spreads there so we capture a larger gain. Starbucks is still running. You get in that, Avilio? No? Starbucks, I'd be looking at around 79 if it were me in the trade. Come on, Q's. Q's are holding that 10. Isn't that amazing? Let's see if she breaks above that blue 20 now. Patience pays off. Right now, what is she in? She's in no trade zone, right? Trading between that 10-20. It looks like we want to break higher here. That's what the trend's looking like. So far, we need to hold that 266.40 area. If we could break above 267, it's going to be a confirmed breakout. Nice candle on Q's. Big candle on Q's. Big breakout there. Let's see. She got up to that resistance now right at 267. So now she's flirting with that resistance. Let's see her break it. That 1020 cross is coming up on Q's. So a little bit premature here with the trade plan, but you get that break above 267. That's resistance there that we could prematurely enter into a day trade here, trading those Q's up to that next resistance around 268. So we're watching, seeing if we get that break above that 267 and hold above it. Starbucks is still on the run there. Paula, did you get in that Starbucks trade you talked about yesterday? Avilio's in Starbucks. Nice. I want to see him 15 minutes later say he's up $1,000 on it. He's up 25% already on Starbucks. Nice job. All right, we got to push Avilio. He just entered into a trade on Starbucks. Let's see. Anyone else get into anything? Amy's up 50% on the Starbucks trade. Skyjack said space is moving. Let's take a look at space. I looked at Nvidia. Peloton just had the 1020 cross getting up to 63 resistance. Paula's in a small position on Starbucks. Paula, what are you up on the Starbucks trade that you made yesterday? Amy said she's up 100% on the Starbucks trade. Nice job. Wish I got in that with you guys. Look at that breakout on Starbucks. Still running higher, and there goes the Q's. Q's getting that 1020 cross now. MACD's already crossed. Getting up to resistance next around 268 here on Q's. Let's take a look at Amazon, Google, Nvidia. We'll take a look at those quick. Nice climb there on Amazon. It's ready for that 1020 cross. Holding above that 1031.50 is going to be support on Amazon. Q's are still breaking higher. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia is starting to get that 1020. You see how all these stocks now doing just about the same thing. 1020 cross coming up on Nvidia here. Starting to get that climb. There goes Q's. Just continuing that breakout momentum. She's going to struggle a little bit around 267.50, and then she's going to that 268. Nvidia, 1020 cross. Look for that 419 break above that, and then 422 could be your target. Let's take a look at Facebook. Facebook 1020 cross, just like Nvidia, getting up to that 50. You see all of them are just about the same. There's Facebook. Here's Nvidia. You know, and on a today chart, they look about the same there, you know? Getting up to that 50, or between that 10 and 50 now. 1020 cross already happened here on Facebook. Let's see Google. Google had a big price target change today, so I'm expecting Google to move nicely. And as you can see, Google's still in the green for the day. Meanwhile, Nvidia and the other stocks are in the red for the day. So Google's still looking good. I'm going to be looking at that 1585 for at least a day here on Google. Nice breakout there. You could get into a Google spread right now if you wanted to. I'll give you guys a trade idea on Google. She had a big price target up change, so that's why you're seeing this one outperform Nvidia and other things like that. So let's take a look at Google if you wanted to do spread buy to open, sell to open, or you could get the regular 1575 call. Obviously, you know, most people can't afford that, you know, $3,000 for a contract. So when they're that expensive, the best thing you could do is go with the spread. 1570, 1575. This is going for 250, it'd be worth 5. That's 100% gain as long as Google's above 1575 by the end of the week here. So this is a nice trade. It's at 210 now. You know, so 210, where's my calc? Let's see here. 5, divide that by 2.1. That's 138% gain. It's at 175 now. 5, divide that by 1.75. That'd be a max gain of 186%. So you see how she fluctuates there when she pulled back a little bit. And now she's climbing and continuing that breakout, 235. Now you're looking at 5, divide that by 2.35, a gain of 113%. So, okay, so the trade idea is buy to open the Google July 24th 1570 call, sell to open the July 24th 1575 call, creating a spread here that is a 5-point spread between 1570 and 1575. That's 5 point. So that's the max this spread could be worth. You're picking it up for 245, 2.45. Divide that by 5. Your max net gain, 5, divide that by 2.45. That's a 104% max gain with Google above 1575 a share. So she's at 1574 right now. Another dollar climb. You have max net gains on Google by the expiration date of July 24th. So that's a nice trade right there. I like it. You know, our other trades are looking great. This is one I also like here too. Google had that upgrade. So, you know, you see Google's in the green over here compared to everything else. It's already up $10, still continuing to climb. It's got that 1020 cross. I'd be looking for that type of move here going forward for the rest of the day. Paula's up 156% on that Starbucks trade she got yesterday. Great job. Congratulations. Amy got out at 120% gain on Starbucks. Avilio made a quick $300 on Starbucks. Nice job. Qs have that 1050 cross coming up. You see that consolidation now on Qs, right? You see that tight consolidation. And that's what you're looking for on Qs. There's a consolidation area for the past couple candles. Look for a make or a break above or below that consolidation box. Big pullback on Qs there. Vinny says, what's going on with Moderna? Let's take a look at Moderna. Moderna is a volatile stock here. It's holding that 80 pretty well. Might come down to that 75 before popping, but you can see here it went from 60 bucks all the way up to 95 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days here. Our Moderna trade, we have the August 21st expo, so we still have 30 days until that expires here. So you go back here, she was 57, she almost doubled. So right now it's trade plan. You know, she might retrace back down to that 10. I'm looking for her to hold that 10 around 75, 76, and then have that next breakout. Now, if she gets that bounce off that 10 there, that's when I'm going to buy back that short leg on Moderna and then add to those long calls we have the 80 and the 85 vertical spread here. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is buying back that 85 and then adding to the 80 strike if we get that successful climb, either A, on support here around 70 bucks, or B, if we retrace back down to support at that 10-day simple moving average. Q's bounced right back there from that big candle. Let's see if we start to get that climb again. No problem, Vinny. Glad to help you. You guys open up. I could certainly go over things with you guys. Facebook's starting to break out again. Tesla had that big downgrade. You guys are still bullish on Tesla? I mean, chart-wise, with trade plan, she looks fantastic. Moderna was given government funds there. Whoever comes out with it first is going to get that. AZN. Let's see AZN here. Yeah, I mean, they got that big 300 million dose order from the government, and that stock's not even doing too much there. The best thing, though, is that Moderna's got July 27th coming out with their phase 3 study. I think we're going to get a big pop into that, too, there, Vinny. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Now, take a look. Here's we're getting the crossover, cross down, breakdown on Qs. Take a look here. Not seeing any type of news that would move the markets like that yet. Just seeing some choppiness, overall volatility in the general markets here ahead of big Q2 earnings. The only thing we have expiring this week is the Amazon that's deep in the money that we have. The 3070, 3075, and then we also got the spec trade 3290, 3300. And I like that. I think that's going to have a nice pop there and continued climb. Moderna's now breaking higher here. mRNA, messenger RNA. There we go, back above 80. So we're back in the money on our spread there, Vinny. Moderna, it's a month till expo, looking good. Above 85, we have max net gains. Above 80 plus what we paid for it is our break even. I'm not sure what we paid. What do we pay around? So we paid around $2 for it. $2 for it to be worth $5. There goes Moderna breaking higher again. So you saw, Vinny, when you were asking about that, she was at $79.48. She just had over a $1.20 climb here in the matter of 2 minutes. So you have to understand there that Moderna, it's more about that volatility you got to look at throughout the day, or on the swing trade chart. Intraday here, you're not too worried. You're watching, seeing if it's holding support, which it is at 80. She's still climbing, 80.75 now. Looking good on Moderna. Now what you're looking on Moderna is for it to break that 81. 81 is going to be some major resistance here for the day. If she could break that 81, break above that 50, you can look at that climb for the rest of the day here. Vinny said he sold the spread for some profit. He's in the calls now on Moderna. United Airlines set to report earnings after the bell. Zach's estimates that EPS will fall to minus $9.13 with sales of $1.22 billion compared to last year's $11.4 billion in the Q2. That's a big difference here. Moderna's still holding that 10. I'm watching for Qs here. Qs are just trading in NTZ right now. Nice climb on Moderna. Qs are still dropping here. Facebook's tanking along with it. Look at that breaking news. Congress just passed a law allowing troops to use CBD products. They talk so much about CBD and medical marijuana on this news feed every day. What's your favorite marijuana stock? I don't even really know any. There's the TCNNF. That's True Leaf. That's down here in Florida. That one's having a nice climb there. I think I got in at the IPO of this and I sold it for a small profit, probably back around here somewhere 14s. But I remember getting it in the IPO price right around $11, somewhere around there. Paula, you were with me back when we got that, right? GWPH is the big one. Come on, Qs. Let's see that climb here. What you doing? You see how during choppiness in the markets, the best thing you could do is sit back, be patient. Don't be chasing anything. You see, you have that big, quick sell-off, and then you have a quick pop. A quick drop, and then a pop again. Be patient, be disciplined. No, don't be in a rush to lose money, because that's exactly what you're going to do in that type of condition. Dow's now up 316 points, up over 1.18% for Dow. S&P's up 21, Nasdaq's down 9 points. So we had a big pop, new intraday high on Nasdaq, and we pulled back a little bit there from those intraday highs. But to me, Nasdaq's flat right now. It's down $4. To me, there's some people saying, "Oh, it's selling off." Nasdaq's down $4 freaking bucks, down 0.004%. So to me, that's not a sell-off. To me, that's just being disciplined, watching the market here. You're trading in the no trade zone, and you're waiting for those confirmations of entries or exits here. And like I said, when we do get that climb above that 267 that we're looking for, I'm going to go ahead and buy back that short leg of the spreads that we have, let the long calls go, and add to those as well, if we get that breakout. If not, the only thing we have expiring this week, Amazon 3070, 3075 vertical spread, and the Amazon 3290, 3300. Everything else is next week, or August 21st. Or July 31st, like Piton, Overstock's August 21st, Teladoc's July 31st going into earnings, Walmart's December 18th. Should be adding to that Walmart in a few days too. There comes that little climb on Qs. Let's see a break above that 10. I want to see a break above 266.50 on Qs for me to start watching from that no trade zone into possibly breakout momentum. Right now it's in BDM, but not anything steady. There's nothing propelling the markets lower here, except for Q2 earnings coming up next week, but I don't think we're going to see a big sell-off in the Q2. Facebook's at 243. We have max gains on our Facebook trade at 245, so we have the 240, 250, 245 vertical spread. That's going to be a nice gain there by the end of the week, in my opinion. So there's a new stock out called WFH, Work From Home. It's an ETF that was created by someone. I guess it's an ETF with all the companies that make money. Coronavirus pandemic spending, some new innovation in the world, exchange traded funds. Not much innovation, big source, healthcare sector. Let's see, WFH. I hate candles like that. When you see candles like that, I'd personally stay away. I don't know what they said. That looks like a great start. It's choppy as fuck. Qs do not want to break that 10. Let's see it break that 10. Here we go. I want to see it break that 267. We've been waiting for that this morning. Now you know how to react to that, Colin. You saw what happened last 2 weeks when you tried chasing that stuff, trying to look for those ups and downs. Failing at that 10, let's see. Dow's pulling back. Dow was up 316 points. Now we're only up 277 on Dow. Market's quickly pulling back here. Definitely looks like Diamond's going to be heading a little bit lower here. Maybe we could have Qs get a pop there. Pinterest. Deutsche Bank maintains buy on Pinterest, raises target to 29 bucks. There goes Qs. Let's see that continue. Facebook, 243.36. She was just at 242.30. Quick dollar climb on Facebook. There's a big candle there on Qs. Let's see it break that 267 resistance there. Hate sitting. What time is it? It's like we've been sitting down for 47 minutes here. Ready to make a trade. Look at that breakout. Nice. Back up 600 for the day now unrealized. And the account was down about 1,000 at the lows there with that spread, just from the implied move and the spread there from the bid and the ask. Back up $1,000 now for the day. We're going to see that continue to run there. Qs get new highs here. I'm going to be buying back that short leg. I'm looking to break that 267.25 right here on Qs. That's some resistance we got up to earlier. We failed to break above it. Break above that, we're looking for that 268, 269 today. Facebook is nearing 244 now. Almost back at max net gains on Facebook. That's what I mean. You know, sometimes you get stressed out. You see a couple people that get really stressed, and you know, you can't do that. You gotta watch. Be disciplined. Be patient. Let's see here. Trader 2020 says overstock. Overstock, $53. Unbelievable. We have max gains on our overstock trade as long as she's above 50 bucks. So that's going to be like new support now, coming down to 50. Facebook is 244.18, almost getting up to 244.50. Nice breakout on Facebook. There goes Q's continuing to take off there. Let's see what Amazon's doing. AMZN. Amazon pulled all the way back down to, oh wow, she was down to 31.22. She just climbed 40 points there in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 minutes. 40 points. Another 40-point climb is going to bring us to 32. That's easily doable. And it's only Tuesday, too. You're not going to climb every day this week. You're going to have a day where you get a nice pullback, and you got to account for that. Nvidia's talking about space. Space is still climbing, up 11% today. Man, oh man. That's a nice breakout. That could easily get up to 40 bucks again by the end of the year. Nvidia, you thinking about doing a swing trade on that longer term, or you like those short-term trades on it? I'm thinking about putting maybe 5-10 grand into something for 2 years out. She gets up to that 50 bucks by the end of the year. That's going to be a massive gain. You put 10 grand in that, and that's going to be a $50,000 payday for you. It's just, do you have the patience to hold on to it? And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't. You know, I'm not that patient that I could wait a year for a trade to do its thing. I like making the quick swing trades. You know, usually I don't make trades that are longer than 60 days out. Wow, did you guys see T-Doc? $2.30, up $1.85. I want to add to that one so bad there. Walmart's having a big day. Walmart's at the highs of the day here. Look at that breakout. I'm surprised Elias and Avilio, Skyjack, all those traders in the trade room didn't trade that. That was a nice breakout there. 130, 175, all the way up to 133 pretty quick. Look at that breakout going again.
Is your agency
potentially get on top of this over the last 4 months that we're going to be able to do any better? So there are a lot of efforts underway by a number of the testing companies to try to create more platforms, to try to create more supplies like reagents, transfer media, things like that. But the problem we have is we have a patchwork of systems that exist across the globe.
Come on, Q. Every time. I don't like, though, how it's making lower lows here. So right now, this is what I'm watching for with Qs. So after you have about an hour here of trading, you could draw some trends here. You guys know I don't have a straight hand here, so.
in this matter and trying to push on that. And we've been very fortunate here in the state of New Jersey to have a governor that has done a couple of things that have really helped us thread this needle and keep the virus where we are right now. The first thing he did was
I cannot draw with this. You guys see my. You guys get the picture, though, right?
the second thing that he did is work with the governors in contiguous states. Those types of activities.
Let me see if I could zoom. Oh.
And at the same time, working collaboratively on supply chain areas and working collaboratively with those manufacturers continue to move this issue forward. So the states really matter here in the absence of true federal plan for testing.
That's what it's looking like there. Big sell-off there on Qs. There's no news, though. You're watching down here for any type of news. There's no news about that. NASDAQ's down 27 now. Dow's only up 212 points now. So definitely a pullback coming. Let's see SPY. Maybe we can make a day trade in the short term on SPY.
Maybe getting admitted to the hospital. I mean, certainly we, unfortunately, in some parts of the country are seeing the death rate tick up, but not nearly to the same extent as, say, the caseload. And so I'm wondering, with all of the medical breakthroughs and tests and everything that are underway right now, how that hospitalization process has changed and what that means in terms of if we do, heaven forbid, see an uptick in cases in New Jersey, for example, what that will mean in terms of how your hospitals are handling it.
Yeah, we've seen enormous progress in clinical innovation over the past, and you got to remember, it's only been about 5 months, and it was a lot of it was led out of the New York, New Jersey area. And as I'm around in our hospitals today, I ask that question: what's different clinically? And there's some very important learnings that occurred. One is that we immediately would try to put patients on vents who were in the ICU that were really needing assistance and breathing. And we also said that while not knowing the many of the diseases and surgeries and things that we do, in this particular instance, it wasn't working as well. Pronating patients worked a lot. In other words, flipping them on their bellies, but also using for sleep apnea, really great results. And because of that, this is well associated with long-term ventilators. We really changed both the mortality, but also the length of stay in our ICUs. That was a single breakthrough that I think was really important. And we learned that early on in the virus process, and that's why you saw the rates decline. The second thing is we learned how to treat the symptoms of the virus during very tough periods that patients were experiencing. And things like remdesivir, as an example. Initially, we were using it once patients were on ventilators. Now we're using it a little earlier in the process, and that has had some very positive results. So we continue to learn, we continue to share those ideas, and that really has made a big difference.
Brian Gragnolati, Atlantic Health System CEO, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Dow's coming off of the highs, and as you can see, the NASDAQ is slightly red. Let's get a news update this morning with our Sue Herrera. Hi, Sue.
Hello, Carl. Good morning, everyone. Here's what's happening at this hour. European leaders have agreed to create an $860 billion pandemic recovery fund.
You know, like if there was a big sell-off, you'd see red candle below red candle there. You know, like here you're getting a couple red candles, and then, you know, you're getting that break again. I mean, we are in a downtrend for the day here, but
Astronauts of the International Space
still nothing major to make me trade anything. McConnell, next recovery package will include legal protections, will require bipartisan discussions. So you know that's not going anywhere.
will become carbon neutral
They can't get along or agree to anything there.
within 10 years. The tech giant says it's
Come on, Q's. Let's see that break above 266.50.
Carbon emissions by 75% and develop carbon removal processes to eliminate the rest. You are up to date. I will see you back here in an hour. Carl, back to you.
All right, so thank you very much. Take a look at shares of Walmart this morning. The company just announced it moments ago. It's unveiling another round of bonuses to its associates, bringing the total to more than $1 billion so far this year. We're going to watch that. Stock's not too far from an all-time high. We're back in a moment.
ETF Spotlight is sponsored by Invesco QQQ, Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Come on, I don't want to see that fail at that 10 again. If that fails at that 10 again and wipes out this low right here at 267.40 or 265.40, won't be happy with that. Then I might do some day trading on SPY here. Watching SPY, it's holding up pretty well though. A little pullback there. Really wasn't much news on it though. International Game Tech, $11 target, IGT. That might be a nice one to buy and hold there, huh? That's a hell of a nice chart. Took that hit from COVID.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be? 67. Sorry. Wait, have you heard of
That Nova's still on the climb there. What's that Tandem doing? Ooh, Tandem's up big again today. Look at Tandem back up to 105.
I have no idea. Good, all right. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
Forever. Thumbtack fixed that. It's the app that finds people faster. People to teach your kid ballet or fix your kitchen cabinets. The people that make you smile. Who can cook for a party of 50 and make them dance. Thumbtack instantly finds
Colin says Moderna's trying to make new highs for the day. Get out of here, really? Moderna, new highs, getting a climb off that support at 80. Now you see, who was it? Vinny, I think it was asking about Moderna before. We're back in the profit on the Moderna trade. You know, you can't worry about intraday moves on swing trades. Swing trades, you're looking at that 3-month daily saying, okay, $80 is support on Moderna. You got possible retracement down to that 10 at around 76. If she holds that 76, I'd be buying back the short leg, adding to the long calls. If she broke below that, that's when I'd be selling the long calls and holding on to those shorts. So there's plenty of things you could do with spreads there in any event if you have that pullback or that climb. If you're having that climb and you don't want to cap your gains with the spread, you're buying back that short leg. If you have that call spread and the stock starts to drop and you have level 4, well, then you're selling your calls and you're letting that short leg continue there to profit from that on that retracement or that pullback. Florida COVID hospitalizations for July 20th up 2.43%. 517 from previous day to 21,780 that are currently hospitalized. Deaths up 2.62%, 136 deaths from previous day to 5,319. Cases up 2.62%, 9,440 cases today. Well, from the previous day. Florida has 370,000 COVID cases. Now, you guys know who's coming up next, right? We got California, Arizona, and Nevada coming up. And then New York, that Governor Cuomo, he's down doing something in Georgia, I saw this morning, or Atlanta. I don't know where he is. But he's trying to be the hero there, which he did a good job with New York. I'm very pleased with that. You know, but he's just going on the attack and attacking Trump and the federal administration. For his own good, you know. I'm sure you'll see him running for president. New York City Mayor de Blasio says would take Trump administration to court if it sends federal agents to New York City. like they did out there. I think John's out there in Washington somewhere, right?
where there's no real transmission
No?
of the virus, and the large majority of locations
I thought he said he was from Portland or somewhere.
still not quite back to those levels, even where
Q is failing at that 10.
Yeah, I mean, how do you plan for this sort of environment where we still don't have a vaccine? Are you thinking we could get anything resembling normal levels of activity in bars and restaurants and movie theaters and stadiums? Everywhere?
Big breakdown on Q's, breaking below support there. Qs are down 34 points for the day. Still not a big day for Qs. You know, it's not a big sell-off, nothing major. Qs are down 30 points, 0.29%. Dow's up 231, S&P's up 14 points.
creatures as humans, we want to go out, we want to see people, we want experiences. So there's a lot of pent-up pressure and interest in being able to go back to that. But it's going to be difficult between the health restrictions, whether they be lockdown or any other form of restriction, and that a certain segment of the population are more nervous than other segments. It's hard to imagine that we will go back to normal levels of
How's things out there, John, by you? Is it as bad as it is over there by Portland? No?
solution to
Why is it in Portland, though? I don't understand. What's going on in Portland? I was watching this morning that there's major protests there again.
Are you seeing
What was that protest about?
stock-ups to the grocery store that we saw in the onset of this pandemic?
Yeah, clearly the away-from-home business was heavily affected, but we pivoted and we focused in, and as a business, what we've said to ourselves is, look, if we focus in on serving consumers and being super robust on the supply chain for those customers that are open and aim at winning share where the world is and where the market is open, then we'll do well coming out of that. And yes, we saw an initial large burst of activity with stock up, but then a month
Now, see, if Trump was a little bit more, you know, like, I don't want to say like Cuomo, but as organized and did the daily things like Cuomo did, you know, his popularity would be much higher.
the kind of resurgence of breakfast along with orange juice and some other categories. But fundamentally, the at-home channels, those type of channels, post the stock up, the level of business in aggregate essentially normalized. So we're looking for the recovery to come in the away from home, and that's where we'll focus on those businesses reopen so they can get back to serving their consumers.
We were talking a little bit earlier how this crisis has led you to take a look at your portfolio and make some changes there. The zombie squeeze, as you call it. What brands are you talking about?
They have a future role in the stable of leader brands with scale and profitability. So what we're going to do now is what we needed to do, which is to really go through and say, okay, do we have confidence that it can make it to the next stage of growth? Yes, and if not, let's bring forward the decision to retire it. And those brands are probably the weakest of brands that haven't managed to expand from one country, so they're kind of not regional or global brands, and that they've had declining or declining sales in the last couple of years and not gaining share. They're too small, they're not working for us. We need to take those resources, take that energy of innovation and focus it on those things that are most in tune with what consumers want, and that help reset the platform for growth so we can really emerge stronger from this crisis.
You've also pulled back on marketing spend, as so many consumer companies have, but notably taken a pause on social media spending amid questions about hate speech and how these companies have responded.
Yeah, Vinny, if Trump could just keep his mouth chill for, you know, for a year, you know, he'd definitely have the vote. But unfortunately, I don't think things are looking good for him.
Marketing spend dynamic was the realization that in the second
Amazon's breaking down again with Q's.
on helping them ensure continuity of supply to our customers and for our community actions in supporting real work.
Let's see, Colin's talking about Square.
The market expects
Moderna's still climbing. Square.
any substantive return on
Yeah, looks kind of flat there, Colin.
marketing spend in the second quarter. And looking forward into Q3, Q4, and into 2021, clearly we'll be internally
What expo did you get a Vilio on space?
and really drive the momentum. Our actions on social media didn't obey the first dynamic. It was a separate thing. It was the intersection of what we were seeing happening on social media, some of the trends, very public trends, on the platform, leading to great what we were looking for. That there have been ongoing issues from a public point of view, from an advertiser's point of view. Our policies, much like we have policies in many other aspects of our supply chain, on whatever aspect of the business, I'm not sure we were fully up to date on where we should be. So we decided, let's take a pause. Let's really look at what's happening in the social media world to make sure we have a clear view of what's going on and what is it we really want. And based on that, we will come back and spend or not spend with different platforms. And if we choose not to spend for some reason, of course we'll be engaged with them. Say, look, here's what would work for us, and here's the things that don't work for us.
Well, keep us posted on that. Obviously, a huge story, especially around Facebook. Finally, James, you didn't provide guidance, so I'm just trying to get a really clear picture of what you're expecting, given what you know and what you don't know at this point. Clearly, the reopening is going to be key. What about the economy? Also into recession. What are you planning there, and what are you seeing from consumers in terms of how they're thinking about money with double-digit unemployment in this country and in many parts of the world?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've got a perspective that we're expecting to see sequential improvement in the business and working with customers, the reopenings, and we started there. But we're very clear that we don't think this is going to be a straight line, and it's clearly go backwards because there is several around the dynamic of the virus, its evolution, the evolution of the vaccines, but also the consequences of the economic consequences of that. There's a large amount of economic in the US and the unemployment funding dropped off in the coming months. But similarly, in Europe, where there was a lot of government support for furloughs to keep workers employed, everyone is hoping that the reopening intersects with the tapering off of these supports, so the maximum number of jobs are preserved, including the number of employees. Going to play out, and of course that affects prospects for business. So we're very conscious that there's a number of variables out there, a very important variable that is very hard to predict exactly how they're going to turn out. So we have, it's going to get better perspective, but we are going to maintain.
Nasdaq's down 48 points right now. S&P's up 12. Dow's up 216. Moderna 8108. Google's at 1562.42. Facebook's at 242.70. Space 224.53 there. Avilio is down 35% on Space. 724 Expo. Let's take a look. 3-month daily. That's still looking good, Avilio. I think that could easily see. I'm not going to say 30 this week, but maybe that 27.50 this week. She's only 90 cents away from highs of the day there. That's not bad. Stock's up 7%. I like Space for a long-term idea. Payroll tax cut. They're so big on Avilio. You think that he's on the phone there? I don't think that payroll tax cut's going to help many, to be honest. Maybe larger corporations.
Constipation can happen all around us. You just need to know where to look. Luckily, there's Colace. It's the #1
Hop on Qs. Let's see it break that 10. Not much for tech today, huh? Google's getting a nice little climb there, though. Take a look at Google.
Top market researcher Jim Bianco says the vaccine prerequisite for fresh market highs. Find out what has him bullish on tradingnation.cnbc.com. More squawk on the screen coming up.
Only spread I've been introduced to is this onion jive.
It's time to trade up to Schwab, the firm invested in helping you become a better trader. Get commission-free online stock, ETF, and options trades. Expect more from your firm. Schwab, the better place for traders.
Getting back to business relies on giving customers the confidence to walk back through your doors. It's no wonder so many are putting their trust in Serpro, number one chemical for restoration. With Serpro, our expert cleaning helps reduce the spread of viral pathogens. This goes way beyond janitorial cleaning, adhering to CDC standards and using proprietary EPA-approved disinfectants. Put the certified Serpro Clean Shield in your window and tell customers you're committed to a higher standard of clean. For a free quote, visit Serpro.com.
Two more earnings names to mention this morning. Shares of IBM are higher defense earnings since it was the first of the major names to start reporting. The reason aerospace and defense stocks are jumping today. As for Big Blue, cloud software sales and mainframe revenue drove its results. It did not provide guidance. As you can see, those stocks are trading higher. IBM is helping propel the Dow higher as well. We're back in a moment.
Mass Mutual Health Bridge is a free life insurance program just for healthcare workers fighting COVID-19. Apply today at massmutual.com/healthbridge.
Selling a home is expensive and stressful, so we set out to create a better home selling experience with a network of the most successful real estate agents in America that'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission.
The icing on the cake with VIP Nvidia was that we saved $12,000 in commission.
They were so stress-free, the whole process was amazing, and I would definitely recommend them.
We are not a discount brokers. These are top local agents that'll get you the best results.
Experience the adventure of a bigger world in a highly capable Lexus SUV at the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. 0% financing on 2020 Lexus models. Experience.
She's trying to break out again. Let's see if it's going to fail at that 20 or continue to break higher here up to that 266.50.
This is Kate. She takes 2 people. Kate's son Jack takes 1 too. Kate works hard and thought she had good insurance.
Google's breaking above that 50, back up over $4 for the day. 1568.
Compare prescription prices to find the best discounts. She even beats her insurance price. Good for you, Kate. Good for you. GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
So Joe Biden's big thing here is that he's going to offer for COVID-19 and to help the economy, he's going to unveil a sweeping child and elder care plan designed to help struggling Americans re-enter the workforce. How are they going to re-enter the workforce, though, if the businesses don't have the money to employ new people? You got to take care of the businesses.
Three-day indictment of what he resigned from
I mean, look at all these businesses that are going bankrupt now.
Declined to detail any more than that. CNBC.com's Laura Thomas, though, learned from one of her sources that the board brought in outside
Details on the Biden plan?
they had been raised by one woman.
It was just released. It's breaking news. I'll share it with you.
Journal first reported that Zeitlin was accused of pretending to be a photographer to lure a woman into a romantic relationship. As a result of these accusations, Tapestry hired Free Frank to investigate, and Zeitlin felt compelled to resign. And according to CNBC sources, the board accepted. Tapestry.
I'm honestly not, I'm not on a side.
Resignation.
Got
I go for the best person that's fit for the job.
a beat on the top of the bottom line, but powering shares of Philip Morris this morning, and its full year outlook coming back. And
I think Obama did a great job, and I love Bill Clinton too. Clinton was phenomenal.
This is the investing book everyone is talking about. It's called Follow the Smart Money. And traders are crowding up here to meet the authors John and Pete Najarian and get a free copy.
the smart money on Wall Street belongs to the big boys. They're the ones with the resources and technology to know before any of us when a stock is going to move. By following their trades the way we do, you gain their advantage and get in first, ahead of the herd on the smartest trades.
You see John and Pete Najarian on TV. Whether you trade stocks or options, this is how they pick their trades. And you don't have to be here to get your free copy. Call or go to followthesmartmoney.com right now. Just take care of delivery and it's yours free. Act quickly and you'll also get this companion DVD for free.
Call 800-850-3232 or go to followthesmartmoney.com now. That's 800-850-3232 or followthesmartmoney.com. That's followthesmartmoney.com.
Guys, living on junk food? Stop. Eat real food that tastes great and lose weight with Nutrisystem for Men.
You just select heat and eat, and you're going to lose the weight.
Lose up to 13 pounds your first month. Money back guaranteed. Check us out today. Heat up the food. That's it. Act now and save 50% off a month of food and 50% off a month of shakes. Go online or call 877-305-HIT3 to save 50% a month on food and shakes.
Q's getting up to that 50 now. Now today's just been a pretty choppy day. We're watching for that breakout. If we get that breakout here, could look for some possible trades. It's already almost 11. Got a class at 11:30.
United Airlines new CEO reacts to second quarter results. Challenges slashing cash burn, retaining workers, assuring traveler safety. A CNBC exclusive tomorrow. Watch or listen live on the CNBC app. A big beat on earnings, revenue beating the street as well, sending shares of Philip Morris up almost 5% today as the tobacco producer also issues some positive guidance. Philip Morris International CEO Andre Gonzalez joins us this morning in a CNBC earnings exclusive.
Come on, Q's. Let's see that continue to break out for the rest of the day here. Guys, take a look at Walmart. We're letting Walmart go here. WMT. Walmart, again, new highs of the day. 133.65. Look at that big climb here. Walmart's going to be seeing a big move this week and over the next 2 weeks here. I like that. I might be buying Walmart, or adding to Walmart, I should say, for the December 18th Expo. I have $5,000 in Walmart for the December 18th Expo. It's not doing much yet.
Is there a sense that the ICO's trajectory, which of course was already well underway prior to COVID, was altered, either up or down, accelerating or decelerating because of the pandemic?
Well, during the pandemic, clearly consumer acquisition, so the people putting cigarettes and public drivers was more difficult because most of our assets, and the physical assets, were shut down. And we had to take, as I said, 3/4 of the ground.
Back in the green for the day. Nice profits, about $700 for the day, but was up much more this morning on that high with NASDAQ. You guys remember I shared with you we were up almost 3,000. Walmart's continuing to break higher here. Up $500 on the day just on Walmart, $200 on USO. T-Doc, I'm up $1,000 on T-Doc today. And then my biggest position I'm down on today is, let's see, Peloton. I'm down 300.
Objectives to our shareholders that next year we think we can reach 90 to 100 million units of this product. And I think everything we see makes us feel very confident we're going to get there.
I'm really not down much on anything today. A couple hundred here and there on a couple of trades, but everything else is still in the green overall too. There goes Q's. Now see what it's done here? It's got up a little bit above the 50, broke lower. A little above the 50, broke lower. Did the same thing here. So you're still looking at that trend here. That channel. This is what I'm watching for here. Let me just share with you guys.
Reduce exposure of toxic substances, in a nutshell, can be communicated to the U.S. voters, and I think that will really help their decision to switch out of cigarettes and hopefully.
That's what I'm watching for in this channel here. Now, if she could hold above that 50, it's going to look good here. Or if she could hold above that 10 as well. But that's what I'm looking for with Qs. That's the downtrend that we're seeing so far. That's why we're not making any long trades yet. Now, if we could break above this channel here, that's when I'm going to start buying back those short legs we're adding. Right now, though, it's not doing too much. It wants to break. Look at it. It's holding that 10 now. Now's the time. If it could hold that and break above this box, you buy something for later on in the day, and you're having a longer-term swing trade there. Take a look at Facebook over here to the left. Facebook's been in consolidation. If Facebook breaks above that 243.65 area, let's just say 243.80, we're going to look for that next run there. Qs want to do it. Dow's up 314 points now. NASDAQ's only down 14. S&P's up 21. So definitely back up near the day's highs for Diamond and Diamond and SPY here. S&P looking for that breakout here on Q so we could do some stuff with our tech stocks here. Been patient all morning, which has paid off beautifully. Don't go chasing. Don't be a ticker.
Another round of direct payments and a targeted round of PPP. He said that he wants to see incentives to hire and retain workers, as well as additional money for testing. Now, just as important as what he talked about is what he did not mention, and that includes boost up in those unemployment benefits, as well as he did not mention state and local aid generally, and he did not talk about a payroll tax cut. We know that many top GOP senators are not big fans of
SPY's looking good. To be honest with you, I think these were the lows on the NASDAQ for the day. I'm going to be totally honest with you. If it's me, that was the low right here. If we break below that 20, then we're going to make new lows. But right now, it's holding that 10 really nicely. SPY's continuing to climb. Dow is up 319 points right now. So still continuing to climb.
That is essential to ensuring that businesses and schools can open up safely, and that any gains that businesses and the economy sees are not eaten up by trial lawyers putting forth frivolous lawsuits. So that is something that remains critical to Republicans as well, even as they start those conversations both amongst themselves and with Democrats about what exactly should be in this next bill.
All right, Elon, moving the ball forward bit by bit here as we watch negotiations continue. Elon, thanks very much. Our next guest has been awfully busy last couple of days.
Alrighty, I'll give it 2 more minutes here. Then I got to get off for my 11:30 class. It's after 11 now. Nice climb. I like it. Like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's great to see you too, Carl.
You were busy in front of the Netflix print, going to 670. You raised your e-commerce numbers at large. What is it you're seeing fundamentally? Because there's a belief among some that analysts are simply at this point chasing prices.
Yeah, and really as much as we can, that's what we're trying to avoid. What we're looking at here is we're looking at the fundamentals. We're looking at things like 93% year-over-year growth in e-commerce in May. We're looking at 20-year-old plus companies like PayPal and Amazon doing triple-digit growth in this environment that we're in right now, in things like immeasurable things like app downloads or payment volumes. And so, to be even for short periods of time like that, for us, we're trying to answer the question that everybody is, which is how much of this is sustainable. And we think a significant part of it is, and that's what we were trying to get across in both our Netflix numbers and raising our Amazon numbers, and including in the changes that we made to our global e-commerce models.
Drilling down on Amazon for just a moment, Heath, what happens to all of the hand-wringing that we did, say, last year regarding antitrust investigation?
Roku. Let's take a look at Roku. Roku. Nice climb there on Roku. 3-month daily. It's looking good there, Adam. It's holding that 10 well. My stop would be 150. My target on this would be 170. Should easily see that 170 again over the next week or two. By next week, I think that's going to be a nice 170 target. U.S. prosecutors accuse 2 Chinese hackers of stealing trade secrets, targeting firms working on coronavirus vaccines. Joy shares are trading higher. Why? Up 6.29. Look at that chart. That chart looks phenomenal there. Joy. I'm going to put that one on my watch list. I'm going to watch. If that one gets a green candle tomorrow, I might enter into that. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to get off of here for now. Got a class at 11:30 with Josh. And I will see you guys at 2 o'clock for our afternoon trader session. Alrighty? If you guys need anything, please let us know. Ephraim will be in the trade room. If you guys need anything, message him in the trade room. And he could also update you guys on some charts and stuff while I'm doing classes here. So anything moves there, Ephraim will update you guys in the trade room. If you guys need me, shoot me a message. And if you guys want to come join us on YouTube here, feel free. Go to breakingchartalerts.com. Let me log out here. This is our trade room. And then we have the live trading video here on Zoom that you would click. But if you're not a member yet, you're not going to see any of that stuff. This is what you're going to see if you're not a member. And then you guys could go to Join Now, Pricing Membership Plans, and here you go. We have a promo code for the Pro Trader Elite. If you guys want to use that, let me know, and I'll give you the code for that for 20% off. Alrighty, guys, I will talk to you guys later. And Facebook's getting a nice climb now. Quick, let me show you guys this. On Facebook, we have the 240, 250, 245 vertical spread on Facebook. Today, 1 minute chart. It's getting a nice breakout there. Look at that breakout on Facebook. Look for that 245 resistance there. So that's a quick $1.20 climb there on Facebook if you guys wanted to day trade it. Just watch cues. Look for that break above 266, whatever this area is right here on cues. Looking good, guys. I will talk to you guys after 2. Alrighty? Take care, guys, and have a great day. Bye-bye.